So there I was, and in she walked. Now, I was in a coffin, and the lid opened, and there was this dwarf. A dwarf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a dwarf there who opened the coffin, and my eyes went red, and I was turned against my will to basically act as a puppet and start attacking. At that point, the party were fighting some banshees, or no, wraiths, I apologize, wraiths, and I moved forward, blocking the path. If I'm not mistaken, I attacked the tiny wizard, who decided he didn't like that and trapped me in a invisible box, or a tiny box, pretty much. From there, the wraiths were all killed, and he decided to lift the timeout bubble, and we joined forces because Narissa, was that her name? Did I say that correct?
Tiny's the female.
Yeah.
Party.
Her and myself were essentially thralls to the vampires, and
the other elf.
Yeah, there's an NPC. There's an NPC named.
There we go.
Yeah, there's an NPC named Shalandra that's following you for now. Yeah.
Yep. Basically, we had to vanquish the vampires to get complete control over ourselves and not risk being dominated once again. We decided we would take the fight to where the only other place that we thought he would have been was down the hall to the right of the fighting ring. We went in there, triggered a trap, lightning came down, one of our party members got injured but took the fight to the vampire, as did my character as well. One of his other vampires decided to attack us and started, she controlled her, or the Shalendra, to attack the team, but we were able to overcome the fight and destroy both the vampires. At that point, we searched the rooms, and we actually discovered from using a crowbar and tying up all the tiles, we found a bag of holding with some magical items in it, I believe some money, some items, a magical instrument as well, which I hope is working for our kitty. What else? After that, we found a key that did not open a door, since we couldn't attune to it, or we were already attuned to it. But then we went to the only other way we could have went. We went to the new area, and there was a giant pool of water where we wanted to walk around, and unfortunately we were not sneaky enough, and a giant kraken, I believe, attacked us.
It's a baby kraken. It was giant to you, obviously, but it was a baby.
Yeah. The giant baby kraken was defeated, but we took some damage there, as it was calling, I believe, lightning strikes on us from inside the tomb. But it could conjure lightning and hurt us. We destroyed it, and I believe we stopped there, but there was some more communication between Zarek and the rest of the party. We basically decided to join forces, at least for the time being, since we both have aligned goals. Zarek learned about the whole reason the planes are being destroyed because the explosion. He was filled in on the party's misadventures. I don't want to say adventures, I'll say that was a misadventure, what they went through, and they're also trying to save the realms. And we obviously are in the tomb here, so that's pretty much what I remember.
Okay, that's excellent. That's excellent. I'm going to add a little bit to that. First thing is that just in very broad and general terms, I always like to remind everybody when we first start, the whole point that you're here in the Doom Vault is that the party entered the historiophage, and the historiophage has requested that the party retrieve the evil heart of the Empire, which they deduce to be the phylactery of Zastam, the leader of Thay. Not a monumental task, not a small task. They landed in Thay, and in order to get into the doomvault, they had to help Gaffna of the Resistance. She was a fanatic, and she had planned the explosion to level the city of Eldabar in order to send a message to the Red Wizards that they were not in power anymore. The party did do what she asked them to do to help her, and because of the party's actions, she was able to carry out her task. And she did ignite that bomb, which actually was more destructive than anybody could have imagined. It was like setting off a nuclear bomb in the middle of the small medieval town of Eldabar. But once that happened, she was good to her word. She connected the party with the Red Wizard separatist named Cyrana, and Cyrana was able to get the party into the doomvault. So the party is here looking for the phylactery of Zastam. I'm gonna have to remind you every session because we may forget why we're here in the first place when you get deeper into the doomvault. And of course, like Zarek said, reminding of last session, you got past the first part of the doomvault by defeating Ism. However, the way the doomvault works is attunement to your skeleton key. In order to advance to different areas in the doomvault and use the black gates, like the black gate before you, you have to have an attunement to that gate. Without attunements, you're kind of stuck in the area that you're in. So in order for you to move forward in any direction, you have to look around for more attunements. You're not sure who has attunement keys, but you would imagine Red Wizards would have them, and of course, any leaders or anybody in authority would probably have an attunement to one of these zones. Problem is, without being able to attune to these gates, you're kind of stuck here. You're fighting battles, you're getting weaker, and you're not really in a good position to rest, because if you spend too much time inside the vault, the defenses will be activated. You can risk it by taking some short rests, so you can roll some hit dice and replenish yourself, but trying to take a long rest would be a massive risk here in the Doomvault. So the thing is, the situation gets more and more tense the farther you go and the more battles you take on, because you're going to get exhausted and resources are going to be wasted, and you're not going to be able to replenish yourselves easily. So that's sort of the game mechanic. First order of business is I found the magical item. This is so inside that bag of holding, you find a beautiful lyre. The lyre has has gold leaf embroidered all around it, made of solid gold, and it's got these doves with jewels in their eyes. Very kind of a elaborate looking thing. It is imbued with powerful magics, and it clearly is a magical lyre intended for a bard, but not identified.
Oh, Tolan would use identify at some point. Would have used identify while we were taking somewhat of a.
All right, so if you can use identify as a ritual, I'll give you the properties of the lyre. It should be identified. There you go. The lyre has a rich history, once belonging to a famous bard who traveled the realms named Arden Luminous, who had mysteriously disappeared. The lyre, first of all, gives you a +1 bonus to spell attack rolls.
Ooh.
The liar gives you a little bit of bonuses to lore checks using history, and liar has a stored magical spell you can use once a day. And the liar has an interesting mechanic. It's got a little slot in the back. It's a magical slot that opens up to an interdimensional space that you can put gold coins in to gamble with fate. You put the more coins you put in, the better reward you potentially can get. But if you are unlucky and you roll a 1, the liar unattunes from you.
Ooh.
I will put I'll put this in your inventory, Tiny.
Oh wow! I like the healing property of it.
Yes, I forgot about that. The liar gives you a guaranteed 1d4 of healing each time you deliver a bardic inspiration. I stole that from Baldur's Gate 3. However, you cannot use that to bring somebody down up from unconsciousness. It's not a healing word.
If they're knocked out, how can they get inspired?
Exactly. They can't hear the beautiful music.
It's interesting though. It's kind of cool.
Well, there you go. You can you'll have to attune to it. It'll take you an hour, so you can attune to it to the next short rest, and you can figure out some mechanics for it. You might need some help putting scripts if you need it, but those spells should just automatically. So you guys have been able to bypass one of the white gates because you were attuned to the area that was within the white gate. You move forward to a different area. You don't particularly know the name of this place. It appears that every area in the doomvault is separated into sectors, and the sectors are separated into zones. Each zone is an area for which you can obtain attunement, and each zone has a black gate. You guys have entered this particular zone and found right in front of you a black gate to which you're not attuned.
Is the black gate on the right side?
I think it's down south, right?
That's it.
Or down south? Okay.
I was gonna see if I remember Dolrak took a potion of water breathing. I was wanting to see if maybe he'd be interested in going down into the pool and find out if there's anything in there to find.
The water is indeed very deep, and you can't imagine how this kraken has survived in this shallow pool. So there must be water beneath there.
And then we
can I go down and see if there's any secret passages or any loot?
I'm gonna hand him a rope just in case he has a hard time getting up.
Sure, Dolrak. So you dive into the water, and with your potion of water breathing, you're fine just walking around down there. And you take a look, and indeed it opens up to a huge underwater cavern. You look around, and the cavern is like maybe 50 feet wide, and it goes south. And you can, but the thing is, through your eye, you have to roll a perception, I think. Yeah, roll a perception. The water is a bit murky, but you can still see through it. You see you see far off in the distance. It's a good maybe 100 feet or so away, far south. You see some very large black shadow, like looks like some sort of massive creature, kind of swimming around. You think that it's as big or even bigger than that kraken you just killed.
Okay, I'm just gonna get my way back up to the top so I don't disturb him.
You also see a bunch of areas where there's kind of light shining from above into the water.
Okay. When I get to the surface, I relay that information to the crowd that I see in what appears to me to be another kraken, probably to the south. And he looks larger than the one we already faced. And then there's light that's protruding from the ceiling, which would be the floor that we're on, shining down into the water.
Yeah, potentially there's exits. That's what you think.
Yeah.
So were they these exits? Were they south towards where the other creature was at?
Yeah, they're pretty close to that other creature.
So we're likely to maybe run into some of these pools as we travel on, possibly.
Yeah.
And maybe have to deal with the other creature.
Additional to this, there is a door to the east. You can see.
Yeah, we'd started to check it out, I think, last week when we got into it with the Kraken.
Before the Kraken came out.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, does other people in the party have potions of water breathing?
I think let me look. Oh,
I don't think I do. I had to close the ground for a second. I'll be back for a second.
So, without a potion of water breathing, somebody can probably jump in there and swim to one of those lights in a breath. But if you were to ask them to swim much longer than that, they would probably be rolling Constitution checks for drowning.
And then if there's a fight, we'll break out. They would probably drown. Yeah. Right.
I do have a potion of water breathing.
I know I have another one, because I had two.
Why don't we check this other door out, and then we can maybe talk about maybe going down into the deep.
Yeah, we'll use that as a last resort. Well, we need somebody that's good with doors to go check the door. That'd probably be Tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Meow meow.
So I'm gonna go. Tiny Marble Cakes will check the door for any traps or anything.
The door is an iron door. It has a handle. No discernible traps, from what you can see. It's got one. It's got one of those handles that you pull out, and you kind of look at the seams and everything carefully. You don't find any traps.
Okay.
Is it locked?
There doesn't appear to be any locking mechanism.
So Tiny Marble Cake will look at the rest of the party and ask,
Should we go in through that door, meow meow?
Yeah, I'll open it and I'll lead the way.
and Tiny will back away so that Dulrak can...
So you open the door effortlessly. Doesn't seem to be any problem or any traps when you open the door. It leads to a hallway that kind of twists around. Dulrak, I need you to do perception when you get to the hallway.
Well, I tried to roll a die and I moved the whole paper.
It's lagging less, but it's still lagging.
Well, I moved the character sheet around, so it's throwing the dice.
Dulrak, you notice two things. Somewhere on the floor, in between, in the middle of this hallway, you notice that the floorboards are a little bit uneven. Not the floorboards, but the floor tiles, I mean. They seem a bit uneven. Also, to the wall to the northeast, you notice that the tiles on the wall, like the bricks on the wall, are also a little bit mal-rotated.
Okay. Bonnie should probably investigate that, because he's probably got better skills than me.
So I guess Tiny Marble Cakes will look at the weird floor tiles and bricks. See if there's any.
Just look at them, or are you kind of going over messing with them?
Probably checking to see if there's any traps or anything like that.
Okay. Tell me how you're checking for traps.
Now, is this all the tiles and bricks, or just a couple?
No, just a couple in the center of the. Dolrak points it out to you. It's just a couple of tiles towards the center of this area. If it only would let me. There we go. Around this area.
Okay.
The rest of the floor looks pretty even, but these tiles seem to be a little ajar.
Okay. So, Tiny will just say...
Meow, looks like somebody must have buried something under there. Or it could be a trap, meow meow.
Maybe roll an investigation.
I'm gonna say, should I roll investigation, or...
Well, tell me how you want to mess with this trap. If it's a trap. And I'll tell you what to roll. Maybe investigation, maybe saving throw. Let's see what you're doing.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm encouraging narrative description as opposed to I'm gonna roll this, I'm gonna roll that.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the things I don't see when we play Pathfinder. It's like nobody's like into the game in terms of role playing and imagination as much as what I see with 5th edition. People are just very straight mechanics.
Alright, so what I'll do is I'll take my plain dagger and I'll just like put it, or I'll throw it at the area where the tiles are that are messed up.
The dagger lands on those tiles without any problem. So that doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Now that doesn't mean it's not going to blow up, because a dagger only weighs so much, and we may weigh more than a dagger.
Yeah, that's right.
It could still be a pressure plate.
Dolrak has a point.
Well, look around the rest of the room. Look up at the ceiling. See if there's any like holes that darts or something could come out of, or maybe a large block that could fall on you.
Well, Dolrak, you point out the other thing that you see is that on the northwest wall, right near those weird tiles, you notice that some of the the bricks on the wall are ajar.
Yeah, they're straight ahead.
Yeah, there's a weird looking kind of crack where the bricks are partially separated on a wall. Other than that, you don't see anything like holes, arrow holes, or ceiling tiles, or a spout or anything like that. You don't see anything like that. Nothing that obvious.
So right here.
How about we pull up a tile next to the bad tile, and see if we can see underneath the mechanism.
Yeah, we got that crowbar.
So it'll take you some time because the floor here is well cemented. But you can pull up those tiles if you'd like.
And meanwhile, Tiny Marble Cakes will walk next to the crooked tiles to retrieve her dagger.
Let's say your dagger is right here. Show me where you're walking.
All right, and where would the crooked and is that like centered on the crooked tiles?
Yeah, it's right in the middle of the square that the 4 tiles that surround it are crooked.
Okay. All right. Well, if she has to walk on them to get to the dagger, then she's not going to bother. At least not yet.
Why don't you look closer? Why don't you investigate closer at the tiles where you're there, and maybe you could see around the cracks, or maybe see some kind of see that they'll totter, that they'll push in, or
yeah.
Since you're up there right next to them now, anyway.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a closer look without touching anything to see if there's any openings or holes or.
Oh, that's a perception.
All right.
Let me give you guidance.
Okay. Perception.
Did it work?
Okay, I'm trying to get this fantasy round is getting slow.
Yeah, it's in the chat, so it had to work.
These tiles seem to be flimsy. They're dipping in the center. And you think that these tiles are loose.
Might be a pitfall trap.
Let's walk around the perimeter and check out the walls and see if there's any kind of hidden door.
Well, the thing with the wall is the crack in the wall is right next to the tiles, so it's right there. That in that exact position, you see that the bricks of the wall don't quite merge together. The wall's slightly ajar.
I was actually asking him to look at the other walls. I can't see in the room.
Oh, you look around in the other walls. They don't seem to be anything of note. They're made out of bricks, stone bricks.
I'll move out of your way in there so you can look.
Well,
How many tiles are there next to each other that we're asking?
They're about 4
4
tiles, right where Tiny is.
Can I try and jump over them?
All of them? Sure.
Is it 4 in a length or 4 like 2 and 2 next to each other?
It's like it's a square. You can jump over them. You have the jump speed and strength to just clear them.
Okay, I'd like to do that. Can you place me, or how do I place myself to do that?
Just place yourself where you land. It's fine. You can easily jump over those.
oh, this is not a room. It's just a.
It's a hallway.
It's a hallway. That's the reason I couldn't
So
see the
you
rest of it, 'cause
easily
there wasn't
clear
the rest
that
of it.
area. Nothing happens to you.
And what do I see in front of me?
In front of you, you see some stairs leading up, and then it opens up to what appears to be a fairly large room. I don't know why it's blocked off. You should be able to look into it. Hold on.
Well, then I should be able to make the jump too.
Just so you know, my character is lagging a little bit.
Oh, everybody's is.
Okay. Just bear with me. I'm not trying to, like,
Oh, it's another pool.
trigger something on accident. I'm going to the top of the step right here, and then it just keeps throwing me back.
So you walk into this room, and it's once again, this is filled with a large pool inside the room. There are steel chains, very solid-looking steel chains, bolted to the floor. These chains are being pulled taut. There's something on the other end of the chains, and it's pulling at the chains. These gigantic steel bolts have been driven into the stone floor. It seems to be a very, very sturdy kind of framework. The chains trail into the water of this vast pool that's curving northern and southern, and then there's also 2 staircases that curve north and south if you walk into the room a little bit further. On the southern southeast edge of the room, you see these 2 magically suspended spheres of water.
And nothing under them?
There's nothing under them. There's some sort of magic that's just keeping these spheres of water just floating in the air. They're about 5 feet off the ground. The entire chamber is a good like 40 feet up.
I jump over the tiles too, so I can go in there. investigate with these guys.
I let the Naris and Zark know that that's the area that I've seen the other large creature down below in the water, and he's probably attached to those chains there that we need to be very careful.
What do you mean, large creature?
When I was down
underwater.
The one I saw under the water a little bit ago.
Oh, okay. So what did this creature look like again?
He couldn't.
It seemed to be like another large kraken, but it was just a dark, shadowy creature. So I couldn't make out exactly what it was, but it was large.
You can't. Yeah, you couldn't see exactly what kind of creature it was because of the murkiness of the water. You know that it was something moving and something very large. So you look into this. You look into this giant chamber. And besides these two magically floating spheres of water on the edge of the chamber, you also see that the chamber kind of on the western edge of the chamber it curves, as you can see, and along the curve there are several windows. You see some figures behind the windows, but you can't make them out. They quickly dart away as you look over.
Where did you say the windows were?
All along the western edge of this room. So you see that's the western edge. So the room kind of looks like a waxing or waning moon, depending on your perspective. And there's windows all over, and you saw a figure. You think it's humanoid. These windows are narrow slits. So the figure kind of, you see something looked at you from the other side of the window and then ran off. Furthermore, there's curved staircases that go up.
I want to make myself visible at least in this window, so they hopefully think that I'm a red wizard. We're in the red wizard robes.
I'm sorry, what was that?
So I'm currently wearing red wizard robes, so hopefully if it's anyone who might think might be enemies will think seconds about that, take it a little bit.
You're not sure what they think. You're not sure what they are.
I know, just they will hesitate before they attack.
Well, so far you explore the chamber, nothing really attacks you, but there's clearly something attached to these chains underwater.
And what does the water look like?
Water's murky. It's salt water. You can smell the brine in the air. There's a lot of this sea algae kind of growing on the edge of the water. So this water, it's sort of like ocean water that's been transported into this dungeon.
And how big are the chains, would you say?
Chains are thick. They're like a foot thick. Not a foot thick. I mean,
how are they attached?
They are bolted to the floor with these steel pivots. So whatever it is, I mean, it's big because it must exert an enormous amount of strength to require these kinds of chains.
Mm-hmm. And then what about this the spheres of magical spheres of water? Can I tell anything about them by looking at them?
By looking at them,
or can more likely for Tolan, who's got better, if he can investigate them and see see if he can figure out using Arcana.
Probably, you probably have to get a little bit closer.
Where are these spheres?
Over on the east side, behind the change.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna walk up the steps to get a better look in the room.
You might want to walk slow.
And stealthy.
Yeah, I'm stealthily coming along the wall here, trying to get closer to these orbs, and then try to investigate them.
So Zarek, as you get up there, and you kind of look around, and there's more than one. It seems like there's several, maybe at least 4 or 5 figures that dart back and forth. They're clearly humanoid at this point. You can tell they're humanoid. They don't. It doesn't seem like they want to be seen because the minute you walk up there, they dart away out of view. You can see behind the windows. It appears to open up to another large chamber, but you can't see much beyond that. The large chamber seems fairly empty. Tolan, you can go up and roll an Arcana on these floating globes.
What is the door made out of again?
These two doors are made out of stone. However, no locking mechanism. They seem to just open with pulling.
I was going to give you guidance.
Well, he can roll a D. Was it a D4?
Yeah.
You think whatever spell used to create these spheres of water, it appears that there's strands of weave that are just kind of that are just dangling from it. And if you want to try to manipulate these spheres of water, you probably could.
I use Mage Hand to
Good idea.
kind of push it through the water, see what happens.
I need you to roll a flat intelligence check.
Intelligence check. Not a save check.
You managed to pull on the strands of weave that are hanging off of this globe of water, and you think that you can control the water. Just a very simple kind of a magical, just some simple magical gestures, and you can move these spheres of water. Also, you can probably go inside the sphere of water and have it bring you up. Have it carry you up or something if you want. However, you will still be underwater if you go in there.
How large are these spheres? Just...
They're about 10 feet.
Okay.
10 to 15 feet.
I'm gonna stealthily walk south, and then when I get to the bottom of the map, I see a door down there, and I'm gonna walk down and check that out.
In the south end of the map, there is another curved staircase that also opens apparently to the same chamber as before, with those figures kind of darting back and forth behind it. There's also another door. Once again, a stone door, no discernible lock. This one pushes open.
I'm gonna push the door open up top.
Okay. Give me a second. We got some laggy problems. You push the door open, and it opens up to a magically lit. There's a magically lit chamber. The magical light shimmers off of two circular pools inside this room. There's a glowing glyph on the south edge of the room.
Did you mean to put us in combat?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on.
There's a whole bunch of people in the combat tracker.
I'm not sure why it said... No, the combat tracker, those are just those are NPCs in the combat tracker.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
I personally see everything on the map.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why that thing... You know, there's something going on here that shouldn't be going on.
Do you want me to pretend I didn't see anything and go forward like that?
No, they're there. They're visible. That's why I brought them out.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see all these people. They're visible. So as you open the door, you see a whole bunch of people. They're all humans of various ages. They all look extremely unkempt. They're in loincloths. they have this glazed look in their eyes. They are kind of sitting there in a pool, just holding on to, like, some driftwood floating around. And they seem to be smiling. On the other pool, you see this bizarre-looking snake-like creature. Only its head is popping out. It looks like the head of a cobra. I mean, the body of a cobra and the head of a person.
And what are they doing in regards to me standing here?
1 second. I'm gonna bring this out. Just taking a while. So, you see this creature over here, if I can only bring it. How is it still lagging? I took everything out of it. So this creature,
That's cool looking.
Its body is a cobra and however has a face of a person, and it appears to be eating one of these poor humans in there. The human is being eaten. He doesn't appear to feel any pain, and he sits there smiling, and all these other humans are just sitting there watching this creature eat the other human, and they're all smiling, and they're all mumbling nonsense to themselves. So while the creature is munching on this person, all of a sudden the door opens, everybody turns and looks at you. The creature kind of looks at you with a human's arm still kind of hanging out of its mouth. It opens its mouth, drops the arm, and it hisses. "You are not Red Wizard."
No.
"Who are you?" "Thralls, prisoners, food." The creature goes underwater and almost lightning speed appears at this end of the pool. Comes out and starts inspecting you. Its tongue kind of slapping the air to smell your scent. Thrall for eating, yes.
No,
And
not for eating.
The creature slithers
I'm
out.
here for your help. I've come to ask you for your help.
Who are you to ask me for my help?
Come from a different plane of existence.
Why should I help you? You look like exotic cuisine.
Perhaps I can get you more food.
More
in
food?
red robes. Yes.
He says, "You tell me about this food."
Well, all different types of food, and these, you know them in the red robes, but I think they would be willing to feed themselves to you.
Red wizards. My master.
Yes.
Never. He looks like he actually has some fear.
Master?
Actually, it looks like he has some fear in his eyes. Red wizards are my master. They are your master, too.
Do you want them to be your master?
He kind of looks around and he stares at you, glares at you. Doesn't seem like he wants to answer that question.
Something like yourself. I would imagine you would be of no master, your own master. How could something as amazing as you be controlled by these red wizards?
Red wizards feed me. Give me thralls. Tasty thralls.
I don't think you want to be controlled by them, though, right?
I like the food they bring.
Well, what if you ate them instead? Then you could be your own master, and they could be your thralls.
Too strong. Too powerful. Don't say these things. They can hear.
Well, what if I was able to help you?
How can
instead?
How can you help?
Well, if you allow us to go through your domain, perhaps we can bring you the red wizards that we take out, and we can bring them for you to eat.
I need to roll a persuasion.
This should not be easy. With my 0, but sure.
This isn't.
Can I help with my +7?
You can't do anything because you're not there.
Oh. I tried.
So the creature looks at you, and he doesn't seem very convinced. He says, "I will not go against Red Wizard Masters, but help you I can if you can help me."
How can I help you?
To the south, there is a hard beast. A hag takes my food. Red wizards feed hag more food than feeds me. You kill the hag, I can help you.
Okay.
Because you look lost. Do not know where you are right now. You do not know what dangers lie before you. I have knowledge. I have powerful knowledge. I have access to portals. Portals that the hag does not.
Well then, I think we have a deal. Under one condition.
What's that?
The travelers with me are also part of this deal.
He says, I can make deal with you, but you cannot go past the White Gate to the south unless I help you.
But what I mean is, you won't harm the people traveling with me.
It says, if you fail, you may become food for me.
If you could take us from the hag, but I plan on killing this hag. And I don't know if you'd want to eat her too, but I could bring her and anything that she has for food back.
Bad. Kill hag so I can have hag's food.
That's fine then. Me and my friends will do that.
He says, you cannot go south unless you can pass the White Gate.
And
I
this isn't me talking. Alright, just finish what you're saying.
He says, I can open White Gate for you.
Is the hag on the other side of the White Gate?
Hag is further south. Other side, more creatures in service to the Red Wizards.
Okay, so we'll go south to kill this hag. And can you tell us anything about the creatures?
Creatures. Strange. Skin grows back when you rip it off. Other creatures. Strange. Smell like rotten food, no good for eating. Creatures.
Okay.
Strange. Scales, but also body of humans, but taste bad. He describes this creature describes several different types of creatures to you.
Okay. Well, let me get my friends and we'll go travel through this gate to take out the hag, okay?
Don't be long. I want to taste more food.
Okay. And I step back a second and look down and say, guys, come up here and trust me on this. We're gonna go and see some things in this next room, and I've made a deal for safe passage. We just need to kill a hag, and we'll get some information, and we just need to not interfere with anything going on in this room.
I believe the door to the
So
south.
Neris, you walk up to the room and you look at this horrific sight. This creature with human blood still dripping out of its fangs. Looks like it's been busy feeding on these prisoners over here. All the prisoners seem to be in some sort of magical daze. They don't even know what's going on. They're not able to speak to you. They just kind of sit there and they stare at this creature lovingly as if it were their deity.
I bow and I introduce myself. Says, my name is Neris. Do you have a name?
Irvanas is my name.
Irvanas, that is a beautiful name.
Pointy ears. Tasty.
Well, that may be so, but I'm going to help you along with my friend. We're going to do something so that you can get more food. Is the door in here where we need to go through to get to where she wants us to go?
2 doors to the south. 1 door to the south, the pool with my pet. Other door to the south here.
Oh, so
Both
do we have to
doors.
choose, or which door should we go through?
Both doors go to same place.
Well, we're already up here, so let's use this one.
So what's your pet?
The creature, I mean, you're not really sure, but you think it's actually smiling. My lovely pet.
Yes, tell me more.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
The king of the sea.
You have him chained up? Is that...
Red wizards. Chained. Restrain. Cruel.
That's sad.
But pet is mine. Loves me. Thulixatar. King of the sea.
Is there
And,
any way we could help release him?
And the
Why
snake.
is
The
somebody
snake.
moving me?
I'm not. The creature makes a hissing noise, and you can see from beneath the pool some massive creature just kind of swims by. The creature kind of lovingly coils its tail down. I think you think it is to pet this creature.
Well, that is sad. We'll be happy to try to help you out, and hopefully you can help us out as well.
More food, willing to have deal. And then, Tiny, as you walk in, the creature looks at you and it hisses. Too much hair. Hard to eat. Get hairballs.
Goodbye, meow meow.
Come on, man.
I'm trying to move.
Yeah, it keeps throwing me back.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what?
I mean,
Since
15 feet backwards.
because these NPCs are not essential for this for this right now, and we can't move because of the lag, let me try to delete all the NPCs. That I'm
Okay.
hoping that will.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going up to the snake, like within 5 feet, so...
Well,
It
you
just
guys
keeps throwing
are
back.
clearly not going into combat with it right now, so I'm going to delete
Yeah.
it from the combat tracker until you go. If you do go into combat, we'll put it back in. That's the best way to do it. So
Okay.
you guys kind of gingerly walk past, and this room is just a horror show. Body parts, bones, organs, blood spilled on the floor. It smells god-awful. It is absolutely horrific with all there's dead bodies everywhere. Irvanas slithers over to the other side of the pool, walks over to that shiny glyph, and he says, "Magical wording, I will suspend." And now you realize that this creature actually wields a lot of powerful magic. The creature, you do recognize the spell it has. It appears to be a glyph of warding. and it dispels it.
Cool. So does both doors lead to the same place then?
Well, the creature slithers over to this door, opens the door, and you can see on the other side of the door is a white gate. The creature slithers up to the white gate. The creature slithers right next to you, Zarek, and you feel a really creepy kind of scaly feeling as the creature brushes against you.
Okay.
This creature is just getting really, a lot closer than you're comfortable with. The creature actually, when it gets up to the white gate, it from its inside, it appears that it has some sort of ability to absorb items inside of itself. An item is expelled, and you notice that item is a glyph key. The types of glyph keys that you need to steal attunements. The creature uses the glyph key to dispel the white gate. And then after the creature does this, he does not go any further south. And he says, "Traps. Monsters. You have to fight. Get through." And then the creature slithers back into its pool. The white gate stays deactivated for about a minute or so. You guys can walk through.
Okay. And is this part of the map? Is this a door, the gate? Is that the thing that I guess we're standing on, walking through?
Dolorak, dexterity saving throw. You narrowly avoid the pit trap as you step on some more disheveled tiles. And luckily, you leap backwards as the tiles collapse into a spiked pit.
Let me move. There we go.
So there's a small pit trap directly in front of you, similar in distance to the tiles you jumped before. So you can easily jump this.
I hop over. Watch it just lag me back into the pit.
Yeah, I have no creatures on the board and it's still lagging.
That's
I
alright.
think it's that wavy water stuff.
No, the wavy... It's got to be the size of the map, I think.
Yeah.
That's what's doing it. Because the size of the map is fairly big, and that's what's causing this ridiculous lag.
For my party, for the sake, I think we need to try to move more stealthily and kind of be more perceptive, especially Tiny, that maybe can notice little nuances that can maybe show us where a trap or something, a pitfall or something like that might be, instead of just kind of, running around like we're in our own bedroom at home or something.
So, when you walk into this room, you see a circular pool, and it has a foul slime. Even more foul than all the stuff you've been dealing with before. Just surrounding the pool. Detritus and goop and masticated bones and organs. The smell is almost unbearable in this room. In this room also, directly to the west, is another black gate.
Oh, I'll jump over. Well, I thought it was.
Is this a stone door in front of me or the black gate?
That's the stone door. The black gate's the other side of the room.
Okay. I'm gonna push this door open.
The minute you touch the door, bing, 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 alarm spell goes off, and we enter initiative.
Can I still open it, or is that it?
Well, you can choose to still open it and complete the action, but you notice that the alarm spell goes off. So I'll open it for you. Do need a... out of the pools lumber these two disgusting-looking trolls. These are bizarre-looking trolls. They have these kind of a bluish skin, some sort of aquatic trolls. And there's one male and one female, and they crawl out, and they immediately attack. Oh, leftovers from Irvanas. Ah, they are intact. I can crunch the bone. And they come out and they immediately attack. Tiny, you're first in initiative.
Okay, let's see. So, we'll walk over here and get a good view of the enemy. I'm gonna... Alright, well. See how I'm doing with my stars. You know what? No. I'm just gonna target this guy and pelt him with a firebolt. Keep it simple. Go. Firebolt. There it is. Alright. That damage.
Are trolls scaly?
Trolls aren't scaly. Their skin's more like frog-like and slimy.
Ooh. And then I'll back up behind Neris, and then I'll end my turn.
Did you use the firebolt in a smart way because there's trolls, or just you just happen to use one? Neris.
Okay, I want to cast my spiritual weapon. Let's see. Right. Okay. Right between them, if it'll go there. Okay.
You can put it anywhere you want. It floats.
I got it right in between them. That's my bonus action. And then can I still cast a cantrip?
Sure. It's a.
Okay, I want to cast Chill Touch. And I want to use a sorcery point to double it. So I'm going to cast it on both of them. Let me target both of them. Okay. A hit. So they get they can't recharge.
They can't gain hit points,
Right.
because
so
of Chill Touch. That might be an
Exactly.
exception to the troll regeneration rule.
But I have to put the damage down on each one, right?
That's okay. You rolled one for both.
All right.
Oh no, you already rolled one for one, so roll one for the other.
There we go. And do I do my spiritual weapon now, or?
You can do it right now.
Attack.
Spiritual weapon
I
on the
can?
same turn. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and attack one of them with my spiritual weapon. Let's see. Oh yes. And okay, and I think that's all I can do.
All right.
All right. Zarek runs up to the female troll and swings his greatsword. his extra attack. Swings again. That'll end the turn here.
Golrak, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to move over to here. Does that put me in melee range, or do I gotta share that box with it?
Yeah, it's between boxes. I'll put it out here.
Okay. And I will swing my battle axe. I believe that's the male, isn't it? A hit.
Very nice.
No.
Battle going great so far. Oh man,
That was a GM jinx.
you just ruined the whole good luck streak.
Yeah. So I missed, and I'm gonna pass my turn. No, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make another move, even though I'll take a opportunity attack.
Okay, it swipes at you as you make a opportunity attack move. It doesn't hit you.
Okay, and then I'm gonna move over to here, and then now I'm gonna end my turn.
The female Scrag has 3 attacks, 2 claws, 1 bite. It's right on Zarek. Does hit you with a claw. Second claw. Misses with the second claw and then attempts a bite. Oh my goodness. It's gonna sink its teeth into your Githyanki flesh. It takes a bite out of your arm and then it goes. Tastes like astral plane.
Oh my god.
Tolan, you're up.
No, that was a bad joke.
We'll go up to this creature with a green flame blade attack. And attack with one of the rapiers. That was a miss. No. Attack again with one of the rapiers. That's an even bigger miss.
Might be my favorite special effect.
Dice prison.
And then after doing the 2 swipes at it, you'd be like, that didn't quite go as planned, and back up.
Well, it's exhausted its reaction, so it can't opportunity attack you.
Well, I also have the mobile feat, though.
Oh, yeah, it can't do it anyway.
So. And that should be the end of my turn.
Shalandra is going to help out in battle. She multi-attacks 2 times on the female Scrag. She misses real bad. A second one hits. The male Scrag runs in, attacks the closest enemy, which is you, Dolrak. 2 claws and a bite. Miss. Miss. Oh, it does manage to get you with a bite, but I saw it on that 20. It just happened to roll out.
Yeah.
Ah, dwarf flesh. Chewy. Good for the jaws. Alright, Tiny, you're up.
Alright. Tiny Marble Cakes is gonna go over here, and I'm gonna untarget this guy because I'm gonna target the female one. I'm gonna viciously mock it.
What are you saying to
Yeah,
him,
what do you
Mock?
say when you viciously mock?
Meow meow, so ugly, meow. Walk into a haunted house and walk out with a job application.
Let's see how you roll.
Wait a minute. Vicious mock. There's the save, so I'll put that.
He saves. The female scrag looks to the male scrag. My ugly. He called me ugly. That cat called me ugly. The male scrag says, "No, my dear, you are beautiful." Female scrag looks at you. You see? You see?
And I'll scurry back into here and end my turn.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and cast Chill Touch again. I got both of them targeted still, so...
It appears you hit the female and miss the male.
Is the female the one down on the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Whoops. And put that... Cannot... Didn't quite take her out. And I'm gonna go ahead and attack with my spiritual weapon. The female.
That's a hit again.
Whoops.
Almost, but not quite.
Yeah, I was supposed to do 2 dice 8. Can I go ahead and roll the other one?
Yeah, roll the other one.
Yeah, I forgot to bring the extra one. That was the wrong dice.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
There.
You did it.
Yeah, I forgot to double the dice on that because I cast
The male
a little bit
screeched,
higher.
"No, my dear!"
And I think I'll go ahead and
You
pass
killed
my
the
turn.
love of my life.
You're welcome. She was ugly anyway. That's what Tiny said anyway.
Derek says it's time to send you to your ugly bride, and runs around the pool.
Oh, not with that roll.
No.
That's better. 20 points. Wow. Not bad.
All right.
$19 points. $15 points of damage. The 6 misses.
And that's all I can do.
Colin will run over me. He'll say, I'm going to try to do this with a little bit more precision. And he will do another green flame blade attack. Yeah. And then attack it with my rapier. Hopefully I'll hit it this time. strike. Creature with another flourish. He will attack again. Rapier. And
that's
flourishing
a
too much.
nat 1.
Ouch.
You spend too much time just showing off your.
I'm trying to impress the new guy.
Zarek looks at you confused.
Shalandra runs
There's
up.
a lot of movement in my fighting.
She does some elvish acrobatic stuff. Jumps, flies over this thing to land on this side to get a better angle. And she says, "The troll. You must give it fire or acid, or it'll regenerate." She fires 2 heavy crossbow shots at it. She does just as much flourish as you do. Just embarrassing herself. And then the second one is a hit for minimum damage.
Wow.
Wait, so that's not right. How come it's a D10 without any bonuses? Because it even says in the script bonus. Let me readjust. I don't know why that happened. Okay. Now it's the Scrag's turn. Unfortunately, nobody has burned it. You didn't hit.
I hit it with the firebolt.
Not this turn. Did you?
No, not this turn.
No.
Did the green flame blade do fire damage on it? It did?
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, it can't regenerate. But it can unleash its attacks. Now that there are 2 enemies next to it, it's going to split the attacks, 1 claw each. And if it hits somebody with a claw, it'll bite that one. Oh, it's got Zarek with a claw.
I'm gonna use my ability to reaction shield.
Okay, reaction shield.
It's 5 AC.
Okay, so your AC is naturally higher than 20 at a +5, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I had that already picked up, so I had to drop it. Let me undo that damage. 21. It's gonna throw a second claw at Dolrak. That's gonna hit Dolrak.
Ouch.
Ten points of damage on Dolrak. It's gonna bite Dolrak. More dwarven chewy meat. But Dolrak, you bat him away.
Yeah, I hope you choke on it. Choke on my meat.
Wow. Wow.
Alright. I'm gonna get my token to cooperate here. I'm gonna go here. And I'm gonna target this guy. And I'm gonna try to viciously knock him.
Meow, poor thing. Too bad he can't have any kids because they'd be too scared of him, meow meow.
Or because we killed his wife.
He fails his save.
Alright.
Horribly insulted.
And it's not rolling the damage because it's... Alright, there's the psychic damage.
First, you kill my wife, then you insult my trollhood.
And then I can go back there and end my turn.
I'm gonna cast a firebolt at the poor guy.
Remember, you have a upscaled firebolt.
Yeah, but I don't think I even hit him, did I?
No.
Nope.
That didn't do
Not
me
with
good.
the big 2.
No.
Is the upscaled firebolt is not multiple bolts, right? I don't believe.
No, it's just
higher damage.
I fixed the script
Double
anyway.
damage.
It's
Yeah.
a 2 dice 10.
Nope.
Instead, so I'm gonna go ahead and attack with my spiritual weapon.
Kill him or burn him before he regenerates. Your spiritual weapon. Dorak, is this an aura of rolling ones that you have?
I think that's what Dorak's aura really does.
Oh my god.
Probably. I think so.
I think that's all I can do. So pass.
Alright.
Change my dice.
Hopefully I can do this.
That brings him down. But you notice the body's still twitching even though it's dead.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I cannot use my cantrip now, could I?
What cantrip you talking about?
The green flame blade.
Not
Well,
after
let me
you've
read it.
attacked. Because
you brandish the weapon used in the spell's casting and make us melee attack with it.
but you can't use that after you have to use that or make attacks. You can't do both.
But it is an attack with the cantrip.
Yeah, I know. But when you use the cantrip, you have to what's it called? Use that as the attack. Unless it says you can. Let me see.
Well, yeah,
You cast the cantrip, it becomes your weapon, and then you use your action to attack with that weapon.
Well, the
So
issue is a cantrip itself costs 1 action to cast, and that includes the attack with it. That's the problem. So because you started a regular attack on it, you can't go ahead and use the cantrip this turn.
Yeah.
You have a second attack, but the creature is you can chop it up into bits, but it looks like it's
I'm gonna cut its head off.
Are we sort of out of combat?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm gonna cut its head off.
You cut its head off. It's still twitching.
And, I'm gonna step back. And that's my turn.
Shalon just screams out, "You have to burn it. It'll come back to life. It'll rejoin its body parts."
So burn it.
I will.
I tried. Failed miserably.
I'm going to use Searing Smite.
Because the creature is prone and helpless, if you use Searing Smite, you don't have to roll.
Okay. I'm using Searing Smite.
Well, technically, you roll with advantage, but if you're that bad where you can't hit it with like even advantage, it's an automatic crit, and you have to roll with advantage. So, and you get to roll with advantage technically, but it's helpless. So I'm assuming you can hit it.
I should.
Dolorak we're talking about, remember?
This is me. I should have to roll it.
Go ahead and roll it. You get advantage. It's incapacitated, unconscious, prone.
You don't lose your spell slot unless you hit it.
Yeah, if you miss it, if you actually miss it, even with advantage, you at least keep your spell slot.
Wrong button. Which one do I put on him?
You put the right one.
You just hit.
Yeah, you just gotta hit it. It'll activate with the damage. All right. You hit it.
Still gonna put the damage.
Doesn't matter what you roll, it's dead. It needs to get that fire damage to fully die.
What's in the room now that they're dead?
Hopefully a glyph key.
There's no glyph keys in the room.
No.
You look around, it's a bunch of desiccated body parts, leftovers from their last meal. All probably coming from leftovers from Urbanus. Urbanus seems to have the prime cuts of meat, and these creatures take the scraps.
Is there any gold lying around anywhere?
Not here.
I need some gold.
There is a big pool that you can jump into.
You're gonna throw a coin in it and make a wish.
What are you gonna do with the gold?
I'll spend it.
Where?
When I get back out to the surface. Well, since there is a pool of water, and I do have water breathing.
It probably connects to the same big pool we was just in.
Well, just go and look.
I'm still gonna go look.
Splash.
So, I splash down.
So, as you splash down into this pool, you notice that this is a really big chamber, over 100 feet wide. And it's very obvious to the east, there are a lot of humanoid figures. It appears that maybe they also have potions of water breathing because they don't seem to have any problems swimming around in the water. They are just swimming around. And they are swimming in a strange way, not like how any humanoid would swim. They appear to be kind of thrusting themselves like fish.
Okay.
They're all humanoid.
And they don't see me, or they don't care that I'm there?
It doesn't appear they notice you.
Okay. Do I notice anything else besides the size of the room and the people?
There's more further south. The pool extends further south. You see that the pool, when you look south, you see that there's another area where there's light shining into the water. So you know that that's another.
What I was going to ask.
Yeah, that's another opening. When you look over there, it's roll a perception. You notice some bones on the floor. That's the southern end. Now, the western end is where you notice a whole bunch of humanoids swimming about.
Okay. So I'm going to resurface and tell my group what you just told me. That I see a cavern that's about 100 foot wide, deep. There's humanoid creatures swimming around as if they are used to being in water and they have no problems, like they can breathe underwater. And then I notice there's some light to the south, and then there's bones down there, so somebody's eating good.
And what do I see from on the other side of this door that I opened earlier?
So you look at the pool that opens up to this very big chamber, and the minute you kind of open it up, you smell just rotting flesh everywhere. It just the smell hits your nose like a ton of bricks. The pool at the center of the chamber is completely blackened, and you see nothing but corpses floating around in it. These corpses are badly rotten, to the point where Irvanus probably wouldn't even eat them.
Okay.
There are also three more of those floating globes.
I step into the room.
You look around at another circular room. There appear to be exits going north, exits going to the southeast and southwest.
Well, I would imagine the one going north brings us into the room.
Yeah, that's just direction-wise. You think it brings you back into that room.
And there's another door here, stone?
Yeah, it's another similar to the door you just came through.
Can I walk around this water without walking under it?
What do you mean?
The floating water. Can I walk between that and the pool?
Yeah, the floor is already covered with a kind of a you're sloshing around water, just walking around the floor, but you're not in the deep end of the water. It's clear where the deep end of the water is and the shallow end of the water is.
Well, you know what? I'm going to come over here and say, hey, guys, I think we should go this way. And I want to look at the door and see if I could see anything, like, I don't know, maybe if there's another alarm on it or something.
You can do a quick perception on the door.
I'll give you guidance if you can wait a second.
Oh, yeah, I'll need it.
Or I can look at it for you.
You probably should.
Is that another one of those white glyphs up top?
No. Oh, a white gate, you mean? Yeah. That's a white gate, and the white gate is closed, so you can't go through it. The one that you did go through, you were able to because Irvanis opened it for you. But you know that with it, you know, in 10 minutes or so, it's going to close. It's going to pretty much trap you in here. Naris, you don't see anything unusual about this door. Once again, it's a stone door. It pushes outward, just like the other door, where kind of it pushes outward from this bigger room.
Now, could I yell out to the Naga creature? Would he be able to hear me if that gate closes?
You're not sure.
I want to walk back. You know, I don't want to do it in case of the lag, but I want to walk back towards that door where the snake was and look in. Do I see him there still?
Yeah, he's back. He's back to his meal. Now you can see he's munching on the liver of that poor corpse that he was eating before. That corpse, that person he was eating is no longer alive.
I'm gonna just say, hey friends, we took care of the trolls here, so that should be more food for you, and we're gonna go on to the hag now. Just keep this door open for us, so that way we can come back.
The Irvanis turns around, pieces of liver dropping out of its mouth, and it says, "You come back with the hag's head. I'll open the gate for you."
Okay, will do.
Fair.
And then I come back.
Y'all throw in a couple of troll heads for him to eat.
No, I don't think he'd want
Zarek, roll an insight.
Can you give me a guidance?
You're not in the room.
I'm alone?
To you.
I'm alone? Yeah.
Do that.
Insight.
You look at, Irvanis is very hard to read because it's this Naga creature, clearly not human. The issue is that it seems to be a little bit irritated with you, kind of you're requesting for it to open the room.
Okay.
Probably because he's in the middle of eating. Nobody likes to.
Yeah.
You interrupted it. You interrupted its meal.
A second time, yeah. All right, sorry for interrupting. I won't come back without the head, and then I walk off.
That's nice. At least we found out something, that we're going to be able to get back.
With the head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well.
If we get the head.
We're probably screwed if we don't get the head anyway, so.
Yeah.
The problem is, once that gate closes, you guys don't really know how you're going to get out of this situation.
We better be quick.
So, I open the door.
You muster your strength and you push this door open. It appears somewhat stuck because when you open it, there's a big pile of bones that was blocking the door that you had to push through. And you look around and the entire this room is just completely full of bones. There's a pool in the middle of it, but the floor is sweltering. The chamber itself is sweltering. There's 2 lit braziers, and there's shattered bones all over the floor. There's a faint illumination from a pair of low-burning braziers that reveals several piles of skulls of both humans and various animals and creatures that you don't recognize at the edge of the water. The minute you open the door, something splashes in the water, as if to go underwater to avoid you.
And I'll just say, hey, come out.
What are the squares or the pillars or whatever on the sides of the pool?
The braziers.
You hear me?
Braziers? Oh, okay. Are they lit or?
Yeah, he said they were. It's illuminating the room.
All right.
Did we all see that splash?
Well, I saw the splash. I don't know if maybe the 2 behind me did if they were in here with me.
I was in there. I seen it.
But yeah,
Okay,
something went in the water.
Yeah, something splashed inside the water the minute you walked in.
That would be on high alert.
Tiny and Tolan, roll perceptions, both of you. And I'll have Shalandra roll it as well.
Right, splash in here, so come out and over there.
Yeah. Or warn whatever things you saw over there.
Shalandra has terrible perception for an elf. But that's okay, because rest of you, Tolan, you're able to catch that behind you an ambush is brewing. You guys are not surprised, as Tolan warns everybody. From behind you, you notice that there's a lot of activity. 4 figures splash out of the pool behind you. And they look like this. I believe you guys have encountered these things before, but you didn't fight them.
Was it in that ship?
Yeah, it was in that ship. You guys have seen this mer creature that is vaguely resembles a fish, but has a human-like torso.
Yeah, we made a deal with him instead of.
Yeah, I gave him a trident.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll remember me.
Not the same ones. Not that you would be able to tell the difference.
Kind of a long way from where that one was.
That's racist, John. No.
It is racist. But I don't. Yeah, I called it a him too. I might be misgendering.
Oh no!
All gith look the same, huh?
They, them, and it all look the same.
Yeah.
Could be androgynous. Who knows?
And they, them are plural pronouns.
You, Gesundheit.
Are we in combat?
We are in combat, Tiny. We're going to keep the same initiatives as before. Tiny, you are first to go. You guys are not surprised, so it's a full combat round. Let me pop these guys out so you can see them.
I was going to say, I don't even see them.
But it killed a tiny get behind me when I saw these creatures.
There's 4 of them.
What? No.
Now, did those look like anything that I've seen when I was under the water earlier?
They're bigger than what you saw when you were under the water earlier. What you saw under the water earlier was human-sized.
Like peak.
Okay, I'm gonna target this guy. I can get my computer to cooperate here. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button, that's why. There we go. And I'll attack him with a firebolt.
That hits him.
Wow.
Damage. And then I will listen to Tolan and go hide behind him. And then I'm seeing. I don't know if Shalandra noticed them or not.
She didn't notice them, but Tolan called them out, so you're not surprised.
All right, you know what?
Unless Tolan chooses not to call them out, which I don't think he would. Doesn't make any sense.
No, I yelled out.
Just because Tolan's a player character and Shalandra's an NPC, I'm gonna give Tolan Bardic Inspiration. I can get. again.
I believe you gave it to the Murrow.
Yeah, you did.
Murrow number 4.
Yeah, you gave it to the enemy by mistake.
Yeah, I'll take that off and put it on colon. Where is it? Remove this. There we go. And Tolan should have it now if I can get my... Yep, he has it. Alright. And that will end my turn.
So one of these bodies floating in the water gets up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. It swims over, climbs out of the water, and gets up to Shalendra, but it's got a dash to do so. Neris, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to cast as bonus action my spiritual weapon. And
You still have it from before. You guys, it hasn't
only
been.
lasts a minute. It only lasts a minute.
Oh, it's a minute. I forgot.
Right. So, yeah, I don't have it anymore. Unfortunately.
I'm trying to save your spell slot, but
yeah, I
but I can't break the rules of the game.
No. I cast it as a 4th level spell so I can do the extra damage. And I'll just go ahead and attack with it right now, I guess, since I'm sitting right here. Yeah, great.
Oh, that's a
I still
bad
got the Dorlac curse. Dolrak curse. Again,
You need to borrow my dice jail.
Yeah, I need to borrow your dice jail. So as my regular action, we'll cast twin cast a chromatic orb.
What are you casting against?
Well, I was trying to cast chromatic orb against the 2 marrow over there by my spiritual weapon. I think I got them targeted.
You didn't have them targeted, but the 21's gonna hit them. So go ahead and roll damage on both of them.
Okay, so I must not hit the control or something. Okay, I'm going to use electric damage. Lightning damage, I guess. I have to go for both of them too, right? Okay. Well, I can't get rid of the pointers. Do you see the pointers I put on?
No.
No, I don't see any pointers. And technically, you're kind of out of line of sight.
Well, I could just move over to here.
I know there's a lag with moving.
Yeah. I'll move some. Well, I've already done it anyway, so I guess I will move back to where I was at, even though I didn't move to begin with, and I think that's all I can do. I'll pass my turn.
It's Zarek's turn.
Shit. Close it. There we go. Come on. Can you open the door, John? Or someone? Thanks.
There you go.
Alright, I'm gonna throw a javelin at it. Let's see. I don't know why it rolled 2.
Maybe distance. Because...
Well, what's the distance on that? 30 feet. I'm 30 feet away.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you rolled 2. You must have clicked it twice.
I rolled 1 into the tower, and I only have 1 missing ammo. I guess I'll take the second one as a hit and keep it at that, and I'll just recall it back to my hand and then throw the second one. And that's my turn.
Oh, the javelin, you're using the Eldritch Knight weapon ability to recall it back, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Marrow number 2 comes over here. It stays on the edge of the water. It takes out its harpoon, and you notice that on the end of the harpoon is a chain. It's going to launch a harpoon at Tolan.
Secondly.
But it misses Tolan.
Go through that little gnome.
Small target.
Another body gets up. Crawls out of the water. 1, 2... Still doesn't have the speed. It's got a double move, too. I'm gonna move your tokens to be in the square.
Yeah, please. Because I know I can't.
Just so we have an idea of where positioned are. Oh, man, it's lagging for me, too. Why is it doing this? Oh, I'm gonna do this. That's better. Oh, please, let me move you. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Andy, mind turning down your hearing speed coming through your microphone.
Right, that's what I was wondering. I was like hearing it double.
Another one of these zombies crawls out of the water. This one is shockingly large. However, it's got does not have the speed to attack this turn. This marrow fires a harpoon at Shalandra. Scores a 2. Oh, we have too much stuff on the table, that's why. This one comes out. This one, I believe, finally gets to attack on this turn. Attempts some claws on Zarek.
I don't think so. No. Yes, I was right.
What do you mean?
I meant to miss. Oh.
There's a marrow with a humiliating, annoying. Well, it can't walk; it swims.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's called a swim. It's a very annoying walk, but swim.
This one gets over to the edge of the pool, and seeing that its friend fired a harpoon at Tolan, it's gonna fire a harpoon at Tiny. Wow, these marrows don't roll so well. Tolrak, you're up.
Looks like there's an... Whoa, what's going on?
There's a whole bunch of these undead ghoul-like creatures that were floating in the water. Now they have awoken and they're attacking.
Okay, so I came out, seeing what was going on. I turned around and ran back in. No.
It's getting real bad.
So I'm going to pull out my battle axe and I'm going to go after the whichever number that is.
There's one next to you that's really, really large. Oh, that's a critical hit.
And then hitting with my battle axe.
20 points of damage. That's another hit.
And then do it again.
You slay that foul beast despite its size.
And I think I'm gonna play it smart so I don't get hit with a harpoon. I'm gonna back up and go back through the door.
Yeah, let the wizard take.
Tolak, yeah.
I mean, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Step in front of him?
Saloon frowns on that, but go ahead.
I wish I had another attack. I would attack somebody else, but I can't. So, I'm done.
You do get a third. I don't think you get it. I think only fighters get a third.
I don't get a third. No. Not unless I add fighter.
No, even if you had fighter, you'd have to get to a level 11 fighter, which you can't. Which you can't do, since you're already level 10. Tolan, it's your turn.
That's when big guns come out.
Oh.
We're gonna... I don't think I can put this where I can't get hit, but it really can get hit. I don't think so.
Okay, I see where your fireball is. I'm gonna take the token off.
I don't think you'll get hit.
I'm gonna take the token off for a second.
I'm gonna try to capture all the big guys. If I can capture some of these little guys, I will. If I can, sure, but...
It looks like you have all three of them. Plus all four of the big ones.
Hold on.
Make sure I'm not getting hit, and Derek is not getting hit. If you say I don't got that precision, that's fine. I'll just try to get the big guys.
How about this? I'll give you a D6 roll, and depending on what you score on a roll, I'll give you that many of those Lacedons.
That's a good idea.
Because I can't measure this myself.
Yeah.
That's a 3, so I will give you 1 Lacedon.
Okay. Target. When you say fine, it'll be hopefully
probably the closest one next to Shalandra. That's the one that makes most sense.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, got them all. and we're gonna upcast this to a level 4.
He meaning business now.
Well, I'm actually like almost out of my low level stuff.
Yeah. No, you can.
Yeah,
you can do
3
it.
slots.
You can. Your management of your resources is important.
Yep.
Because you're not. You guys aren't looking at a long rest for a while. Not from your estimation, unless you can get into one of these black gates. You're not going back to town, so to speak.
All right. I'm trying to add the extra dice with just right click, right? But
When you drag out the well, first roll the save.
oh, that's the damage. The damage. That's the damage.
Yeah, roll the save
Okay,
first.
For some reason, I was trying to.
We got 3 hits and 2 saves.
Well, at least 3 hits was on 3 of the big guys.
Roll high. Roll high.
Oh, you killed one of the marrows.
I killed one. That means I should be killing. Oh no, one of them was injured. I forgot about that. And then that was my big deal. And
That was very helpful.
Yes.
I will end my turn after that.
Neris, I got some bad news for you.
I don't want to
was
hear.
wondering when that was going to happen.
This guy sneaks out from this side of the pool. Claws and a bite.
If he hits, can I cast a shield?
Of course. I don't know. Do you have? I don't think you even have to cast it before the attack roll, right? You can cast it
I don't
after
think
the
so.
attack roll. Yeah.
Yeah, if it hits.
Depends on how hard he hits, of course. Ooh, that's going to be a hit. Can you shield out of that?
What? Out of the 21?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta see what I got. I got it wrote down somewhere. Okay. My AC is 18 with bracers. 23 with the shield.
Okay, so if you cast shield, you can dodge that.
Right, so I'll cast shield. Which is... Do I need to cast it? Yeah. Just put it on myself, right?
Yeah. This marrow over here comes to the edge, fires a harpoon at Dorlac.
Good miss.
He does miss.
I think my AC is like 20 something.
Shalendra unsheathes her large sword, swings at this ghoul in front of her. That's a hit. Takes a second swing at the ghoul. Oh, she rolls a nat 1. And finally, we have the last Lacedon, who can barely even make it up to the edge of the pool with all of his swim speed. Pops out of the water like this. And that is 1 round. Tiny, you're up again.
Okay. Now, am I in melee range of the...
Yeah, you are in melee range of that one on the edge over there.
Okay, so... I'm gonna fix my targeting. Alright. So I'm gonna target this guy. And... let's see... I will attack him with my +1 rapier.
You hit him.
And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna give Zarek Bardic Inspiration.
There we go.
Which I gave one to Tolan earlier, so let me do that, and then... This computer. I'm gonna untarget this guy for now, and then I'll target Zarek. And click this. Okay, good, he has it. Alright, perfect. Untarget him, and then I'll end my turn.
Mastodon number 7. Almost dead, but not quite. Gets to attack Shalandra back. Claws first. Rolls a nat 1. Lots of nat 1s today. I'm not liking that. That's on both sides.
Yeah.
Second attack is a miss. Naris, you're up.
Yeah, I am, got this guy in front of me. I'm going to, use chill attack on the Lacedon in front of me. Is he considered undead?
Yes.
Alright.
He's clearly undead. He's like missing an eye and left arm is rotten.
Well, I wanted to make sure he was...
That's a hit.
I thought it was going to be a 1.
It did roll over, didn't it?
Yeah.
So here's the damage. And also, he gets disadvantage on his next attack.
Remind me if I forget.
I think I put it on. I tried to put the thing on him, so it should automatically do it. But
Yep, it's on there.
I'll go ahead then with my spiritual weapon attack the marrow number. Is that number 3? Wow. Oh, he's just barely wounded, isn't he?
Yeah, it's Marrow 3.
Okay.
He took half damage from the fireball.
And it's a hit. Okay, now he's heavily damaged.
Yeah, you rolled some minimal damage there.
I know, it sucks, but them ones keeps coming up and all these rolls.
Exactly.
Alright, I'll pass my turn.
Zarek is up.
All right. Well, I think what I'm gonna do. Other creatures. Well, that's not gonna. That would hurt you, so I just don't want to do that. I'm going to use the cantrip and attack Lacedon 3, so that way the flame jumps off of him, hits 2, but they'll both take 5 correctly. So effect.
Yeah, well, roll it first, because roll the attack first. After you hit, you can put the effects on.
Well, I have to add it first to do it.
For the damage. Yeah.
But right now, just the attack. Okay, you're good.
Yep, there's the fire dam, and then that would strike off of him, and then it's straight. It should be straight damage to this guy.
Yeah.
1d8.
You have a thing for that, right? Just to roll the damage on him for the green flame blade.
I pressed it. I don't want to double tip.
No, if you there you go.
All right, and there we go. I did that.
Oh, Lacedon 2 is going to return. Oh, well, hold on. We skipped Lacedon number 2. And go back to him. He's going to retaliate with claws and a bite. Claws miss. Bite misses. Lacedon number 8. Oh, this is another one of those bad luck for Neris situations. Pops out from this side of the pool. Does have the speed. Neris, your shield is still up.
Right.
Okay, do you have the effect on? So when I roll against you, I won't hit? If I don't...
Ring of protection. I thought I did.
Yeah, I don't see...
No, it's not.
Yeah, I don't see it up.
Okay.
Oh, actually... No, you took a turn. Your turn came up after...
Oh, okay.
So your shield
All right.
went down, so...
Reaction, put it back up.
You can do it. You can cast it again if you want to waste another spell slot. But let's see if he hits you first. He doesn't hit, and claws also doesn't hit. They're all rolling in the single digits. Not gonna cut it.
I'm fine with that for you.
This Marrow number 3 swims over here. I attacked Tolan Zarek. We're going back to the top of the list. He's going to launch a harpoon at Zarek.
Would that be a attack opportunity for that spiritual weapon?
The spiritual weapon doesn't get opportunity attacks.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness, what is up with these ones?
I know, right?
So many ones, and that's both.
you-
That's both sides, not just me. It's you guys too, rolling ones. So these Lacedons, not very strong, have a crappy attack bonus, so they gotta roll real lucky if they want to hit.
It's a new fantasy ground update.
And another one.
But rolling ones is real bad. And I don't know why everybody's rolling ones. This Marrow, going down the chain, launches a harpoon at Olin. So far, none of the Marrows have been able to hit you. Any of you.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. He puts a harpoon in through you, gets you grappled on the harpoon, does damage with the harpoon, and pulls you back 10 towards him. So now you're on the edge of the pool. Now that you're on the edge of the pool, then he is allowed a second attack. He attempts to claw you. Oh, he's gonna get you with the claws. Dorak, you just saw Tolan get speared and pulled back. Bad situation.
I'm going to go after which one was that number with the humiliating swim, I believe.
That's the one who's got Tolan.
Yeah, that's who I want to get then.
It's quite embarrassing to be caught by the one with a humiliating swim.
Brett. Close.
Ooh.
And again. There we go.
Oh my goodness. That's a critical hit.
There we go. Let's go.
Yeah, at some point the luck has to balance out. He dies in shame. Drops his harpoon, the chain of the harpoon, and you're free.
Okay. I'm going to... Let's see, how can I do this? I guess I'll just stay where I'm at. Yeah, I'll just stay here.
Very well. You saved Tolan, but Naris is in trouble because another one pops out.
Maybe Tiny can go help him.
Luckily, these Lacedons have such crappy attack modifiers. Statistically, you're okay. Oh, man. I spoke too soon.
Says that.
Spoke too soon. Naris, can you shield out of that if you want to? I don't even think you can.
Does a Thay, where does a Thay go?
Thay goes to him.
Well, then I can't shield it because my AC is 23.
Alright, first he hits you with some damage. Then then you do a Constitution save, because that was a claw. You succeed on a Constitution save. You lucky dog. But then he also has a bite with a +2 modifier. Doesn't hit you.
Hey, do we normally end at 10 or 11?
11.
Okay. Guys, I just wanted to plan. Sorry.
Yeah, we probably due for a bathroom break, but we gotta finish the combat.
No, that's fine.
Alright, I will
snuck away.
move over to this Lacedon that's dealing with there. I'll use my Bardic Inspiration. Yeah.
Okay. Bardic Inspiration. I'm just
To
gonna
attack with Green Flame Blade.
I'm targeting them. Let me see. Sorry, I'm just trying to. Alright. I'll turn on the effect. Turn it on. Alright, it's activated. You can go ahead and roll.
Activate. Sure. It's this creature.
You certainly do.
Like damage. With a very flaming flourish.
That one dies.
And then as that happens, flame leaps from the creature to the buddy that's next to him.
1 point of damage is all you needed.
There you go.
And then, using the rest of my movement, I am going to come up and help Naris.
That's a pile of bodies you've left behind you.
I'm like, I think you guys got the rest of this, and I'll go help Naris, and then I bounce and go help out Naris, hearing him screaming in agony from being all by himself.
This Lacedon over here, Chill Touched, is attacking at disadvantage, attacks Naris. Oh, I thought it was going to give the disadvantage. It doesn't matter, he misses anyway.
It's on, it ought to.
Oh, I think the script didn't specify it, that's why. It misses both attacks, which is not a problem. This Marrow is going to fill the gap that his dead comrade left behind. Comes up to you. Now that he's up to you, he can make 2 attacks, bite and claws. Claws first.
Missy.
Looks like a hit to me.
Wow.
Okay, now he comes at you with a bite. Oh no! Oh no!
I can't be critted. I only get half damage.
Yeah, so it'll automatically will not roll that crit. Oh, I'm sorry, it did roll that crit. I will subtract 2 points of damage.
It said I partially resisted it.
Oh, it did?
Yeah,
Hold on,
so the script worked.
Okay, good.
Wearing adamantium armor or something?
Yeah,
like
he's
that?
wearing adamantine half plate.
Yep, it worked. The script worked.
Good. Shalandra, she's gonna try to clean up this Lacedon over here with her sword. Kills that Lacedon, moves over to this Lacedon with her second attack. And that's her turn. Oh, now things aren't lagging so much. This Lacedon is going to return those attacks. Miss on that. Nat 1's coming back. We're back on the top of initiative with Tiny again.
Alright, so... I'll target this guy and pelt him with a firebolt. Why is it rolling 2? Why did it have me roll disadvantage?
Still within it, though.
That's weird.
You didn't roll disadvantage. You must have double-clicked it or something, because I see 2 rolls.
Yeah.
I see 2 rolls, and unfortunately the first roll is a miss, is a nat 1. You see that? I don't know why there's so many nat 1s.
You know, John.
I had Tolan targeted, that's why, but good thing I crit missed him.
Oh, you know what? Because you had Tolan targeted, I'll accept this hit. The miss was on Tolan. I'll accept it, because the...
Yeah. I don't know why it was like that, because in the combat tracker, the only thing I had targeted is the marrow. Oh well.
I think this is Fantasy Ground shenanigans.
Yeah.
Because I only see that on the combat tracker as well.
Alright, so I hit that guy with the firebolt, and then I think I'll just end my turn.
Okay, we're up to Neris. Now you're surrounded.
Okay, I am going to... what am I going to do? I'm just going to go ahead and cast Toll of the Dead. Twin cast Toll of the Dead on this guy and this guy.
One of them saves, one of them fails.
One of them should have been a crit. Oh, it don't count on Toll of the Dead?
It's a crit. It's a save on their part, so you crit saved.
Oh, okay, I see. So, the one with the X is the one that failed?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. And also going to attack with my spiritual weapon. To the big guy over here.
That's not going to cut it.
No, it's not. That's unfortunate, but
More spirit than weapon.
yeah, he had a good day, start of his day, but he had deuced good. I'm going to move. I'll take a.
You get 3 opportunities.
I get 3 of them. Well, then I'm not going to move. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Well, depending on how far you move, that's how many you'll take.
Yeah, I might as well just stay there.
Very well.
Pass my turn. I still got a shield, so... If worst comes to worst, I just hate using up the slots.
Maybe these enemies are not here to kill you, they're here to make you waste all your slots.
Well, I mean, they're doing a good job of that.
It's Eric's turn.
Okay, so
You have a Bardic Inspiration, just as a reminder.
right. Yeah. right about here and swing at this Lactodon you called him.
Yes, these undead, these aquatic ghouls are called Lactodons. That's a hit. One hit, one kill on that thing.
Hell yeah. And I'll move up one more. Now, what is the inspiration? How does that work?
You tell the bard, I want to use my inspiration, and you get the extra dice to whatever d20 roll you roll next.
So does that count for damage or only for attacks?
With his subclass, it's for attacks, saves, skill checks, etc. Anything that's d20.
All right. Well, I think I want to do damage.
You can't do it for damage, not with his.
No, because I'm a College of Lore bard.
Yeah.
If I was a College of Valor bard, sure, but nah.
It doesn't matter. You hit him anyway. 12 points of damage.
All right. Bonus action, recall that javelin. So I could use it on an attack, a save, and that's it?
Skill. Anything that's a d20.
Okay. Oh, so like, skill check. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. When you said skill, I heard ill, and that's what was throwing me. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
This Lacedon is going to strike at you twice, claws and then a bite. But they're not really hitting. The Marrow, now that you're up to him, is going to be able to do 2 attacks on you, a bite and claws. Claws first. That's a 2 on the dice. And then a bite. Oh no, at some point they're gonna roll nice. That's gonna hurt. Oh, not that bad.
You know, I was thinking I shouldn't have spoke too soon.
And now we're on Dolrak.
And I'll be going after Lactodon 4.
That's the Marrow.
Or no, wait a minute. Marrow 4. Marrow. Wait a minute here. Marrow 4 isn't on the combat tracker. Oh, there it is. I found it. Never mind. I'm stupid.
No, you're not. Wait, who said that? Maybe you are.
Okay.
Goes down.
So now I'm on a move.
So now you're swimming
next...
at this point.
Yeah. And I'm going to use my next attack. Now I wouldn't be at a disadvantage since I'm swimming, would I?
Technically, yes, but you drank the potion of water breathing.
Okay. And it's a miss.
I'm not gonna...
I guess it doesn't matter.
Wait a second, that doesn't make sense. You rolled a 19. You didn't have him targeted. A 19 is a hit.
I rolled it over top of its.
You must have missed. See?
Token.
Well, now it said it.
Yeah, that's. I did that. I did that.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I rolled it on its token.
Must have been some Fantasy Grounds shenanigans. That ends the Marrow
And that's dying.
menace.
I go back in out of the water now. Well, let's see. How much more movement I got? What was that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I can move, what, 30? That should put me here. Actually, can I go back up to here and can I swim under and come out on the other side?
You can, but it'll take you like a whole turn.
That's a lot of movement.
Yeah, it'll take a whole turn.
Well, it'll be half my movement, and then I could use my other movement on my next turn and come up behind them.
Your next turn, you're going to be able to come out, but I don't think you have the speed to actually attack.
Okay, then I'll
Because
just
you
come
got to
back
dash
here.
underwater. These Lacedons have a much faster swim speed.
Okay. Alright, I'll just move to there. I'm good. And I'll pass. Oh, I hit it. There it goes.
This Lacedon is going to distribute some of the heat onto Tolan. Claws. Wait a second. Something's not jiving here. There we go. Tolan, he is going to hit you with claws. They don't hit often, but when they do, it sucks. It's a little bit of damage, but you got to roll that Constitution for paralysis. You succeed on the Constitution, and then he's going to come in for a bite. The bite misses. And now it's your turn, Tolan.
I'm gonna swing right back at this creature with another green flame blade. Deadly flourish, hopefully hit it.
Lacedons also don't have much armor class either.
Hit that one, and then it's going to... Flames are gonna leap from him to the one right next to him.
You can roll that on that one next to him.
Not number 4. Another one.
Oh man, all of these ones.
All these ones.
Man,
I'm gonna do a little bit
no.
more. And I just still yell at the creature, "Come at me, Bruno!" And then.
If we were playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition, you guys all be dropping your weapons.
Yeah.
Okay. This one is attacking Neris. He's going to do claws. Neris, that one's gonna hit unless you want to shield it.
I'll take the hit.
Okay, Neris, you take some slashing damage. Roll a Constitution, because those are claws. Your Constitution is good. And then the bite, which he misses. Shalandra, I believe, can get into range. She's going to help you out, fire some crossbow bolts. Oh my goodness. You guys should fire Shalandra. She's terrible. That is a hit.
We'll feed her to the snake.
That's not a bad idea. She's an NPC baked into this adventure, not something I made up. Tiny, you're up.
Alright, so now I can see these guys that are harassing Neris and Tolan, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to target this guy. Just to make sure I've got everything.
Neris was the one getting harassed. I came to help.
Firebolt, which misses.
You rolled a 2 on a dice. I mean.
Yeah. All right, and that's all I can do this turn. So.
We're back to Neris.
Okay. I probably can't. Let's see. Nope, I don't do any good. Well, I'll go ahead and move my spiritual weapon, but I can't get him close enough to help.
No, you'd have to wait till next turn.
Yeah, but at least I got a chance for the next turn. I'll go ahead and twin cast Chill Touch again.
Oh, you are exhausting your font.
Yeah, that's true. see, this one and this one.
It looks like did you cast it on
Double
3
crit.
things? It looks
Did
like
what?
you had 3 things targeted.
What? Oh, well.
Well, you know what?
I'm...
How about this? I'll throw you a bone. I'll accept the 2 crits. Untarget
Okay.
Lastodon number 8. And just roll damage once for those 2, and it should automatically roll a crit damage.
For 8?
Untarget 8.
Untarget 8, did you say?
Yeah, untarget 8.
Alright. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. There we go. Okay.
And roll your damage. It should crit both of them. You should crit damage both of them. There you go.
Did it do both of them?
Yeah.
Well, I still have to put the effect that it attacks at disadvantage on its next turn, the one that survived. Okay, well that wasn't too bad.
That was pretty good, actually.
So I'm going to go ahead and pass my turn. Man, that lag. You keep on hitting, punch the button.
There, you're up.
Zarek, you're muted.
Sorry, my cat on my phone. I'm trying to unmute myself. I'm gonna target this Lastodon, but he's gonna still be out of my range. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move up to close the gap, more or less. Well,
You can actually squeeze in there.
yeah, that should be fine. So I'm still gonna swing then. I miscalculated. Okay. I'll take it. Gold down.
There you go.
Now, I do believe I can hit him from here. But, John, my question is, can I use my other attack with the javelin or no? How does that work?
The thing is, I don't think so, because I think that when you have multi-attack, you have to attack with the same weapon. But that I don't remember the rule for that.
It just says you can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action on your turn. That's all it says, you know?
Yeah, go ahead and do it. I'll look up the rule, and I'll let you know later if there's anything different about that.
Work. Alright, the javelin. Hit. I will drop damage. Head. Alright.
There you go.
Recall the damage. Oh, no, no, I don't do that. Sorry. Recall the javelin and.
Recall the damage.
Correct. Lastodon's turn.
That's an overpowered ability if you can recall damage that you did.
Yeah, I don't know if I.
No, that would alter the game mechanics, I think. The Lastodon's gonna make his final attack. Oh no. Neris, it's got a 22 on you.
I'll go ahead and take it.
Yeah, I don't think you can shield out of that.
Well, you can. I got 23, but...
Alright, so here's the piercing damage. And then we got a constitution save. Dolrak, you gotta get your aura in there. And then he comes in for a bite attack. Oh my goodness. He's gonna get you with the bite too.
Can I shield the bot? Well,
yeah, you can, but you already decided didn't shield the other attack.
yeah, it's alright.
But he rolls minimal damage with the bite, so it's not
cool.
that bad. And then Storak.
So I'm gonna squeeze in. Can I go across Toll?
Of course. You can always go through party members.
I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna hit him with everything that I've got.
You can because we're small.
A crit. Oh.
Oh, you did not need a crit. That was enough to take him out. And that's the end of that. So, you guys are level 10. It's about time you spoke to a deity. But we'll save that for the bathroom break. After the bathroom break.
For the bathroom. I'm gonna go and talk to my toilet.
So
he's not gonna leave a deity.
Yeah, so we'll do a bathroom break now, and then we'll be right back. So, as the final blow takes down that last enemy, and this undead ghoul crumples in a heap to your attack, you guys start noticing that everything around you just kind of becomes blurry. You see a bright shining light, and all of a sudden you're not you are still in the dungeon. You can see the dungeon, but the dungeon seems to become ethereal and gray, and what seems to be more material is the ground beneath you. It appears to be a rock floating in space. And you look all around you, there's nothing but stars. It appears that you are in the middle of space floating on a rock. Even though in an ethereal kind of phased out vision, you can also see the dungeon as well. You look around and a shimmering figure, unfortunately, is very blurry to you. You can't see. It looks like it is made out of pure beams of light. The figure is about 500 feet big, so it's massive. And the figure is hovering above you. The figure speaks. And the figure says, "My chosen, we speak at last." And you look around, Shalandra is blurred out with the background. She's speaking to you five.
Interesting.
So I kneel and bow and I look up and I say, I've been waiting on this moment for a long time. I've been following.
Oh, go ahead. No, you finish.
No, I was just going to say, I've been following your disciple Dolrak for many adventures now, and trying to do our best to do the things that you want us to do, and it's a pleasure, and just I am amazed that I am in your presence.
She says, "Dolrak," and she raises one hand, and Dolrak, the tear of Saloon, floats out of your pack, and it is brighter than you've ever seen it as it floats up to her. And she says, "Faithful to the Moon Maiden, yes, but my disciple, we shall see." As the tear of Saloon begins pulsating with intense light, bathing you in it, everybody gets a little bit of healing that you really need. We give you 3d6 healing. 14 points of healing. Not great, but not bad. You can all adjust your hit points. Hold on. Is there a way for me to make this healing and then give it to you guys?
I just modified mine.
You know what I'll do? I'll give you temporary hit points.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'd prefer that.
Because I don't have a way to change the script.
I just know I'm at max health because of that. Oh, cool. Thank you.
Here, I'll give you 10 since you took off the 4 before. She says, so the figure says, "Dolrak." He says, your whole life faithful to the Moon Maiden. He says, do you know that it was I who guided that arrow, who came after your father, Yawning, as he had rushed you from the burning stone keep. That arrow that was meant to pierce your heart instead pierced his knee. He was an adventurer until he took that arrow to the knee.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding.
You made that joke before, so it's not like we didn't hear it.
I couldn't help myself. She says, and so your fate was set in motion. Your lifetime of devotion and your lifetime of belief and faith. But I wonder, Dolrak, will you truly be able to accept your faith and hold it still when your true destiny is laid out before you? Dolrak, I have a question for you. Do you believe that you have performed the tasks that I have dictated for you? Do you believe that you have fulfilled your place as my chosen? Think of what you have done. All of it.
I believe that I've done the best of my ability, but there's probably things that I could have done better. But I will always have a knee bowed to you.
He says, Dolrak, it is because of your actions and the actions of your compatriots that the black flame was released upon this realm. She says, what do you feel your role is in this?
I would think of that my role is to help guide this group into doing the right thing and stopping the evil from changing the history of Faj, and to listen to my heart on what you put into it so that we do it the right way.
He says, that will suffice me for now. And she lowers her hand and the Tear Saloon drifts back down into your pack. And she says, in this place, I watch you. I can see you and I can feel all that you do. We shall speak again soon. And you see that the vision... Oh, so you want to stop her?
Yeah, I want to stop her.
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah, wait. Noticing she's about to leave, I say, wait.
So the vision stops from dissolving for a moment.
And Zarek says, it was you, wasn't it?
It was I who had contracted you, bound you to this realm. Yes, it was.
I just want to go back to my people. Why have you done this?
I gave you a chance to live. So you see, the fates often create two possibilities. One in which you die, consumed by the black flame. One which you can live. You can live and honor your agreement. And once honored, you can return to whence you came.
Well,
this is the contract to which both of us are bound. A contract of fate.
I will meditate on this, and I will meditate towards you.
We will certainly speak again, Zarek. Of the Gist Sarai. Anybody else want to interrupt her before she fades out? She fades out.
I already said my piece, so I'm good.
Oh, just one more. Nah, we're good.
So she releases the vision upon you, and you guys, you do know from what has been explained to you in terms of what the doomvault is. It is a isolated dimension surrounded by a field of anti-magic. There's no planar travel that can reach you, with the exception, the only thing that can penetrate anti-magic is divinity. So there's a certainty that this was divinity that penetrated the anti-magic, as opposed to somebody playing a trick on you. Well, I mean, I can't exclude that. Maybe you all got dominated by Ilvaris or something, and you're all hallucinating this. But she,
oh god, we're empires.
Yeah, but otherwise she returns you back to where you were before.
Before she does that, Tiny Marble Cakes will wave and just say,
Nice to finally meet you, Meow Meow.
So that was your conversation with the deity. Your first one. It appears that there will be more, because she did tell you that you will speak again. So there's something here that is allowing her to speak to you directly, or causing her to want to.
You know, Zarek just feels good, and he's like, "Yeah, you're welcome." Did we level up, John?
No.
Fuck.
No. Leveling up is very slow in this campaign. I stretch everything out so I can squeeze in all the adventure.
We still got 95,632 more XP.
Stop, dude.
No, the other game you guys are leveling up fast, because obviously that's a very short thing.
Well, because that was such a huge boss when he died, you know?
No, you guys were on like level 9. This party was on level 9 for like 4 months, I think.
Oh man. Yeah.
I'm gonna drink a potion of greater healing.
John, is anything of use in these rooms that we've been fighting in?
You look around, and these rooms are full of just detritus. First of all, the big room is full of dead bodies floating around in the water. The smaller room is full of bones. You do a quick look around, and doesn't seem to be anything that is of any use. However, you do see that there are those floating magical waters, sphere waters, and then there is an exit to the south of the big room and an exit to the south of the little room as well.
Well, I think we should go this way, since, I mean, we came in this room anyways, initially. If you guys are okay with that, I guess I could take the lead again, if you would like.
Yeah.
Aren't we supposed to be looking for some hag?
Well, that's where I'm going. I'm hoping...
He said south, or she said south, and I guess it was she.
Yeah.
So I walk up to the door.
You walk up there, and you are very, very disheartened. Another white gate.
Damn it! Alright, we can't go this way.
Without the attunement, you can't pass by these white gates.
So perhaps we travel the other way.
I think that thing lied to you.
Perhaps not. Moving in this direction, we would have done either way. And we escaped fighting it, so... For now. I'm gonna walk the pool, that bubble, not going under it, and
to your absolute despair, it's another white gate. So Dolrak, the white gate you see coming out of the really big room, that white gate, when you look across it, you notice that the hallway across it is endlessly shifting and changing, and you realize that that white gate actually leads to a whole different sector. But regardless,
it's the one that's south.
The one to the right, to the
okay.
Yeah. The other one leads to another room with a pool. So without the attunement, you can't pass by this white gate. And then you realize that it's been about 10 minutes. That white gate that Ilvaris opened for you north has closed. You guys are trapped.
Well, I'm at the gate where I first... the one that closed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna yell... I'm gonna hop over the pit, and I'm gonna yell...
Oh, you can't pass by it, because if it's closed.
So yeah, I'm gonna stand here, I'm gonna yell, Ilvaris, you have failed to mention something. Open this gate.
Ilvaris appears on the other side. Let me see the hag's head.
Ilvaris, you said you would let us to, and here we are. We cleared everything on our way here to the hag, and there is no way we can reach her because you will not open the second gate.
Pathetic landlings. Learn how to swim.
Swim?
Yeah, I think she's telling you to swim under one of the pools to get there.
So when Tolan looked at the bubbles and you said that they can be controlled, can anybody control them or just a wizard?
You have to roll your Arcana to pull the strands of pull the strands of weave.
But you said we could drown in them, no?
You could if you jump in them.
Before you... the bubbles in the air?
Move one of the bubbles into the water.
Okay, to move the bubbles, in order to manipulate the bubbles, it is an intelligence check. Just a flat intelligence. Because whereas you're able to control the strands of weave around it, you're trying to shape it and move it around. That I will accept that. Now you have total control over this bubble.
Right, we'll try to manipulate it and then move it into the water, see if it does it.
You can control the water sort of like a control water spell. And you realize that you can make the water take any shape you wish.
When I move it into the water, can I make it...
Yes, you can make it merge with the water as well. But this little sphere of water you control. But you can plunge it into the pool as well if you want to. You realize that you can control it, you can elongate it, reshape it, do whatever you want with it.
Can he make a air bubble inside the... move the water out of the way?
Yes, and
so
you can take some inspiration because he makes he shapes the water to surround to put an air bubble inside of it.
And is it big enough for all of us to get into?
There's only one of them, so maybe 2 of you can fit inside one of them. But to get all 5 of you inside these bubbles, you're gonna have to get all 3 of them.
That's me.
Sorry.
Go rack of water breathing.
I already still got my potion one.
All right, so for 4 of you, well, Shalandra too. Do you want her to kind of sit here and wait for you? She can wait for you.
Well, no, for no more what she's been doing.
Let's see if one of you other guys can handle one bubble.
So it's pretty much 2 people per bubble.
Oh, I'm moving, Tolan. Sorry, Tolan.
No problem.
Where is my...
So only one person can control one sphere bubble, and it takes concentration to continue controlling.
Could you get 3 in with Tolan since he's so tiny?
Doesn't count. No, you're not tiny enough. He has to be a
tiny enough.
Hey, hey, Naris, if you have
tiny.
the potion of
Tiny.
water
You
breathing,
just hate the idea that you're gonna get wet.
then we can put Shalandra and somebody else in there, and you can.
Well, then somebody has to control it.
Oh, okay.
I'm controlling one. Someone else sees they can be able to control it.
Tiny don't have skills to control that kind of stuff, or no?
I can't find my
Zarek, you can attempt to control one. It takes an intelligence check.
I rolled it in the tower.
Oh, you did? Oh, you failed.
Oh. No, I didn't do it. No, I'm kidding.
The water bubbles, or the water starts bubbling and boiling.
Toil and trouble, boil and bubble, something like that. I think I should have used that bardic inspiration, but I didn't realize it. Or just a regular inspiration. What's up?
Yeah, you could have used either. That was a D20 check. It was a flat intelligence check to move these bubbles.
Do you normally say, "Hey, I'd like to use a bardic for this"? And
yeah, you have to declare it before you roll. Otherwise, anybody can just be like, "Oh, I failed. Let me let me do." It's sort of like saying, "Oh, I failed. Can I get a guidance?"
Well, let me ask you this: it's boiling. Is there a check that I could do to try and restabilize it?
It just automatically restabilizes after you let go of it mentally. But once you fail, you can't try again.
Okay.
I'll try.
You guys have plenty of magical powers in the party to try this. Go ahead. It's
go over to either Tiny and or Naris and give him instructions and like, hey.
Oh yeah, you can help him. Yeah.
I'm going to do the help action until they control it.
You can help him because you've already controlled your own bubble. So remember, while you guys are controlling bubbles, you're holding concentration. The minute you drop the concentration, the bubble, plop, turns back into the sphere. And if there's an air bubble inside of it, there no longer is.
John, you're lagging a little bit on the voice. Here you go.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
So if I roll, since he's helping me, what should I use? Advantage?
Advantage a flat intelligence check.
Okay. So that's like on the first page, right?
Yeah. It's under your ability.
Yeah, I don't have very good intelligence, but...
Hey, you can do well.
Hello?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just waiting for it to pop up. You got one.
All right.
You got one. There's one more.
Meow meow.
Tiny's gonna give it a shot.
Let me give you guidance.
All right, so I get guidance, and then
there. And plus, if Tolan's helping you, take advantage.
I obviously would have expected you how to do it, right? Oh.
Alright, so this is the help action, so I'll roll with advantage. And I get guidance. Not wisdom, it's intelligence. There we go.
You definitely got one. All right, you guys. The whole party has got a ride.
We got 3 bubbles.
So you guys are able to shape the bubbles to put in air pocket so you can breathe inside the bubbles. So the air pocket obviously will run out of air, so you can't spend too much time in there. Surrounded by the air pockets, and Tiny, you're miserable. You're absolutely miserable. Absolutely miserable. Surrounded by the air pockets, you guys dip into the water, and inside the water you realize this is a huge chamber.
I'm gonna have to spend hours trying Meow Meow fur off.
The chamber opens up. It's about 150 feet wide. And as you guys are kind of moving through the water, moving underwater, you see first thing that pops up is that you see there's a light underwater. This is a light to the west as you guys are floating through. But then, as you move a little bit closer, you see there's another light over to the east, a little bit farther down.
All right. So
Which one's the closest? I mean,
the closer one is the one to the west.
Or maybe we should try the farthest one first.
Oh, that's up to you guys.
none of these are lights that like we assume is like, oh, this is where the other pool is.
No, they both are. So they both look like other pools because the light's coming from above and shining into the water and hitting the floor of this chamber. The floor is also made up of stone tiles. So
what I'm saying is, you said one to the west. We're not assuming that like that's a pool that like we already been to the room that was already.
Oh no, definitely not.
Yeah.
You identify the pool to the room you've been to because that has a whole bunch of bones next to it. That's where the Merrills were hanging out before they switched over to the other pool. But you pass by that pool, and then after going through that pool, then you see yet another pool to the west. Or
I said we go to the east.
Yeah, and then you see further down, you see a pool to the east.
I think that makes sense to me.
Yeah, let's go east. Since we're all in our own separate pools and probably can't hear each other, we'll start making hand signals and point towards the east, I guess.
You swim towards the pool to the east, and as you're doing so, the pool to the west gets a little bit closer, and you see that on the bottom of the pool to the west, there are a bunch of figures. They stare at you in their hold on, let me bring. I do have a picture here. These are fish-like creatures. They're armed. They look intelligent as they stare at you. And they don't seem to be attacking you. They just seem to be watching you as you go by. You do anything? They're armed with nets and spears, but it doesn't seem like they're immediately hostile as you're floating by. But they looks like they're talking amongst themselves and pointing at you.
I wave at them.
One of them waves back.
So I think we should just continue on.
Yeah.
All right, you continue past
That's
them.
what my bubble's doing.
You continue past them, and they don't interfere with you. And you finally get close to that pool to the east. At the pool to the east, you can see that you get a weird kind of sweet taste in your mouth. It's hard to explain. The water kind of starts looking like it's a lot lighter, where you can clearly see the bottom, and it's actually two pools, one north and one south. The water has become very clear, so you can actually see everything, and you see that as you get close to those pools, there are two crabs inside the pools, and they skitter out of the pools as you get close to them.
Giant crabs or little crabs?
They're pretty big. They're giant crabs. They're kind of crabs
we should head toward the south.
Well, Tim, we see any other pools any further? Or are we pretty much as far as we can go?
At this point, you're as far as you can go.
So we'll either have to want to come up here or go back to the other one.
Well, let's go up.
Well, if we went south.
He said we're about.
He said there's a pool to the south.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, we went east.
Yeah, there's two pools. So there's actually three pools. The one pool that you passed by, and then two more pools as you get to the south.
Well, yeah, I missed that. So, yeah, well, let's. I'm okay with that. Head to that one.
We're going to take lucky door number 2 and head to the south.
Okay, give me a second.
Oh no. The combat tracker doesn't like when I put stuff in there.
So don't.
33 magical glyph keys automatically go into our pouch, and they're all attuned to different areas.
So as you go to the one to the south, you see two more of those marrow. However, they look at you. Doesn't seem to be like they're immediately hostile. They look at you and they take their tridents and they point upwards, gesturing for you to go up, get out of the pool.
We go up out of the pool.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me bring this. Marrow 2, Marrow 1, those crabs.
I like crab legs.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Oh man, yeah. I think the what's lagging is when I put tokens on the board. That's what's causing it. Because every time I put tokens on the board, that's when it happens.
And then you move the crap me.
Why is it doing this to me? Please stop. I know they're red, but they're not immediately hostile to you.
Did the map change?
No, the map doesn't change. This map is too big as it is. That's probably one of the reasons why this thing is so... Okay. And then... Sorry guys, I'm doing a readjustment in the middle of some lag. So that's why it's taking me so long.
It's okay. We understand.
The silence is deafening.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
All right, you guys.
By the time you get us,
You guys pop out of this chamber. Oh man! All right, here we go. And you meet a red wizard.
Oh no.
If only this thing wouldn't...
Mostly black for me.
It should load up pretty soon. So when you pop out of that southern pool, you look around and it's one of two large pools that fill this chamber. And the chamber's walls are carved with reliefs of humanoids frolicking with angels, like very pleasant looking kind of stonework into the walls. And there's water from the pools that flows into the pits. So you can see that there are several pools next to the wall, and you can see that inside the pools there seems to be a lot of algae. And the water from the pools is like streaming down into the big pool. There's a foul pile of debris in the top left corner of the room. And bones, and then there's bones standing at the opposite end of the chamber. Now, when you pop out, those two marrows that directed you to pop out, they surface right next to you. They're not immediately hostile or attacking you, and you see all these crabs skidding around. And right in the center, right in front of you, is a red wizard, and it appears that she has a bag full of some feed, and she's feeding the crabs. And she turns around to look at you, and she's like, "Wow, this is unexpected. Oh, who are you? How did you come to be here?"
What was the
We took a left, and we meant to take a right, and we don't even know where we're at. Can you tell us where we're at?
Where we're at? You're in the spawning pools. Here we create wonderful creatures to supplant our legions.
Oh,
But tell me,
we must
who
be
are
in the-
you? How did you come to be moving around the Doom Vault as you do?
We're the new helpers.
Is that so?
We're supposed to clean the glass.
As you say that, Tolan will step forward and with his red robes on and be like, yeah. I'm new to the organization. I'm trying to get my bearings here. I already lost my glyph key. That's why we're swimming around and everything.
She looks at you over, Tolan, and she says, "A gnome cannot be a red wizard. You are trying to deceive me."
You think
It was no. It's a new world order.
You know how experiments go. The experiment went wrong.
Wait, I look at her and I would say, "Do you know who you're addressing? Sure, he's a gnome, but as a red wizard, surely you're familiar with the polymorph spell. How foolish can you be?"
He says, "If you were polymorphed, I would know." But
And
she
how
says,
is that?
"You know what? No matter. I know that you probably have some secrets to why you're being here, and I'm willing to not let those secrets out and, keep my mouth relatively mum. Because I happen to have a need for someone to help me with a little matter."
I'm always willing to assist another red wizard like myself, of course.
She kind of scoffs at you when you say red wizard. She says, "I don't know how you got in here. I don't know how you can be traveling the Doom Vault the way you do. But I do know that you must not know where you're going if you came through here." And she points down at the pool. "Perhaps you're lost in the Doom Vault. No? You can be honest. I have no intention of frying, destroying, eating you, etc."
We're not lost yet, per se. We're just exploring new areas.
Well, would it be easier to explore with or without a map? And she smiles.
Map would be nice.
She casts some sort of spell. You think it's some sort of illusory spell, and for a brief moment, you get an entire map of the Doom Vault. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flash it. I'm going to show you,
and then I'm going to unshare it. If I can find it.
Oh God.
Fantasy. It's probably read only, so I won't be able to save it.
Well, no, it's not. You will, but if I unshare it, you can't access it anymore.
Oh, even if I save it in my journal.
But you'll even if you save your journal, it still has to be a shared thing.
Oh, okay.
Why is it doing this? It should not be doing this.
Well, while you're trying to get your map spell off, where's the hag at?
What hag?
Oh, you know, the one with scales?
With scales?
Mm-hmm.
I think you read into that the wrong way.
Hags don't have scales. Hags are generally beautiful creatures with fine skin.
Oh, so are you a hag?
No, of course not.
That's because she's
a fine creature and you have fine skin.
Meow meow, you're not a hag because you are beautiful and have fine skin, meow meow.
Oh, thank you. She smiles at your compliment. She's loving it. She flashes you a map that looks like this. Everybody see. She doesn't point it out. You only get a glimpse of it. You don't have enough time to study it because she creates an illusionary image in front of your face, and then boom, it's gone. She says, "Now think of how useful it would be if you possessed this map in the flesh. I can give it to you if you can help me out with something." You see,
what kind of matter do you need help out with?
A matter of killing a really annoying pest that has been a thorn at my side.
Okay. A naga.
A snake-like creature?
You read my mind! She claps her hand together joyously.
Why do you want this creature dead?
She is interfering with my experiments. She keeps eating everything. We can't have that now, can we?
So, does she have any weaknesses that we could exploit?
Well, as you know, Nagas are hard to kill. After you kill them, they come back after several days, but very, very badly weakened. If you can strike her down once, I can finish the rest. Says, but beware, Nagas are practiced spellcasters.
Well, would you allow us to rest here?
Would I allow you to rest here? Of course. What kind of host would I be if I do not allow my new friends to rest in my chambers?
Can I roll insight on that?
You absolutely can.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good idea.
You can't tell one way or another. You do think that she really, really wants you to kill this Naga for her.
I wasn't liking the Naga in the first place.
So, besides the map, would you be able to give us like a glyph key or two?
You can't use my glyph key. Glyph keys are attuned to a single person. How did you get in here in the first place? You must have some attunement.
No, we just swam in. Yeah.
But even if you were to swim in, even to get to the predator pools, which is where you are right now, you would need a glyph attunement.
Well, this is what happened, okay? Some vampire got a hold of us, took us into his chambers, locked us in. Well, we were able to fool him and lock him into another room, so we kind of escaped out, and then we found some water, we jumped in it, and here we are.
She looks at you disbelievingly. She says, regardless, if you have means to get into here, then you must have means to get out. She says, I do possess a glyph key, but it will be of no use to you because the glyph key is attuned to me.
So you could always come with us.
No, I'd rather stay here with my pets. And she starts petting one of the crabs.
And Tiny Marble Case is like,
Aww.
I like you. The cat can stay with me. I promise I have many treats for you.
Well, in order for us to go hang out with the Naga, he kind of wants us to kill a hag that's supposedly down here. He's the one who let us into the door over here.
She looks at you angrily. There is no hag down here.
Well, he must be talking about you.
She glares at you angrily, and I think that's where we'll end tonight.